This my two Satoshis. This my two Satoshis. Who need 2 cents when they can get double from stacking Toshis? Yeah.
It's your boy Crypto Blood, and welcome to another My Two Satoshis video. But this is a different segment. I'm doing a market analysis video for you guys, and this is the first episode. Let me know if you guys like these types of videos. But today we're going to be looking at Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Smooth Love Potion. I talked about Smooth Love Potion a couple of days ago. It is one of the secondary tokens within the Axie Infinity ecosystem, and it has been going ham. They've changed some of the mechanics, or tokenomics I should say, of that token, and it is bucking the trend. And you know, this is a prime example of a token within the crypto space that is doing well irregardless of the broader market. And I want to see more tokens do this, and you should be looking for tokens that are basically bucking the trend, not caring what Bitcoin, the Big Papa, is doing, not caring what Ethereum is doing, not caring what any of these other coins, even the coin that it actually runs on top of, which is an ERC20 token, runs on Ethereum. And I'm just so excited to see coins like this make those types of moves. And we should see more and more of this going forward. So that will make the job of people who do technical analysis, or even yourself who is looking to invest in cryptocurrencies, it'll make your job a little bit harder, because you can't just rely on what Bitcoin is doing to determine what the overall market is going to do. So that's a sign of maturity, as I stated, and that will happen as this crypto industry matures. But before we start, if you guys find these types of videos informative, make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and click that bell to receive more videos like this. Let's take a look at the heat map really quickly. And ouch, it is not looking great, ladies and gentlemen. Bitcoin is down 1.4%, but that doesn't tell the whole story, because I think it was positive earlier in the day. So that gives you probably a net swing of about 3 to 4% from top to bottom, peak to trough on Bitcoin. Ethereum's down 3.9%. Solana getting hit hard, DOT getting hit hard, XRP getting hit hard, all these bad boys getting hit hard. If I start zooming in here, you'll see XRP down 5.9, almost 6%. DOT is down 5.5%. So the harder hit coins are down 5% or more. BNB not hit that hard today, actually. Only down 0.9%. Maybe that's showing demand for the coin and actual utility there for Binance. Theta's another utility coin. I don't use it, but look at that, up 15%. That coin is used on the Theta network for live streams. It's basically like a YouTube of blockchain. I've had a lot of my viewers tell me about Theta for the longest, and I need to start really looking into this a little bit more and pay it more attention, because again, it is bucking the trend. I'm gonna be honest with you. Today is a good day to go through your list, right? Go through the top cryptocurrencies, or even look at a heat map and look at the ones that are green, that have a decent market cap, because what that's going to do is show you in today's environment that these coins don't care what is going on fundamentally. And in addition to that, is not going to care about what is going on in the equities markets, or what the Federal Reserve is doing, or what interest rates are looking like, or inflation rates and all that. That is a good signal. So today may be a good sneak peek at those coins that may buck the trend and save your portfolio, to be honest with you. You may be asking, why is Bitcoin and the markets down? What I've told you before, and I put this out on a tweet earlier today: stocks up, cryptos up. Stocks down, cryptos down. It's just what it is. But the reason why we're seeing such a hit to the stock market today, because Dow Jones down 500 points, 1.4%. That's a huge move for the stock market. All right. S&P down 1.8%. NASDAQ, look at this, down 2%. This is the index you need to pay attention to the most. The NASDAQ, then the S&P 500. The cryptos track the NASDAQ index by like 75% correlation. Highly coordinated with the NASDAQ. But what is the issue? Why are the stocks down today? Stocks are down because inflation numbers came out, 7.5% on an annual basis, even more than expected, and highest since 1982. That is not good. I said this in a long tweet yesterday, that we were going to see an economic downturn, and the reason behind it, I don't know if I said it in this thread here, it was about 8 tweets long, but the reason is because of inflation and where the Federal Reserve has themselves. They're stuck between a rock and a hard place. They have to raise interest rates to try to combat this high inflation that we're starting to see. 7.5% is pretty damn high, especially with all this debt and easy money and counterparty risk sloshing around that was created from the '08 crisis. that 7.5 is not a good recipe for continued growth. That's why I think we're going to have that very bad economic collapse, equal to or worse than '08. I said here, however, even equal to '08 would be worse than '08 because of all the additional leverage and debt that nations have added since then. I go on to say we will go into a highly deflationary period. Price deflation, all prices of goods and services will decrease drastically. No jobs, no money to buy things, so price levels must adjust. Even though we're in an inflationary environment right now, I think that is going to turn into a deflationary environment. So inflation can only go so high before it really cuts off the economy. If prices start going so high that people can't afford things and companies are forced to increase their wages, where they're just going to cut jobs and make people do more work with less human capital. So that means gobs of unemployed people, and that will start the deflationary spiral, I think, to come very shortly after this inflationary spike we're having. And so this is why we're seeing right now a risk asset like Bitcoin not doing well. And it's not doing well because the stock market is realizing the Federal Reserve has to continue to hike interest rates. Hiking interest rates really puts the brakes on the economy. It's trying to cool down the economy because inflation is getting out of hand. Cooling down the economy ends up causing deflationary issues. Prices start spiraling downward, less demand, and supply goes out the roof. So prices have to come down. And so this episode is brought to you by Bityard. They are my official cryptocurrency exchange for CBTV. Get over there. I got a link in the description below. This is where I trade, and would definitely love to see you over there trading with me, making that moolah. You guys know I am an active trader as well as a long-term investor in cryptos, but this is where I actively trade. I've been with them for over 2 years. They are solid. And as you maybe can see at the bottom in the footer, registered to trade in the United States, Australia, and Estonia. Legit, people, legit. And right now, what's even better is that you can buy your cryptos today with zero exchange fees. That's right. If you use Transact or Paxful, you can get your Bitcoin at zero cost. So get over there, sign up. I got a link in the description below. And we're going to take a look at Bityard's market list right now. We've got Bitcoin here trading down 0.68%. Volume today is 2,700 million. Ethereum down 3.3%. And Smooth Love Potion, you guys see that there, is up 11%. I think this is one of the only coins that is bucking the trend. We got Theta I talked about. We didn't talk about AVIX, and maybe I'll do a chart analysis on that one. Ethereum Classic is up. That's interesting. And TLM, which I've never heard of, but out of the top, looks like 100 coins. Yeah, those are the only ones up. Smooth Love Potion just really bucking the trend. And I guess we could take a look at that one first. Since February, this coin is up damn near 300%. At its peak, it's up 400%. So it's come off its highs. And you know what I want to just show you though, this is a nice run up, but I'm kind of seeing maybe a double top here. We'll have to see how that all pans out, but I'm just going to show you from a technical standpoint what we're looking at. So, you know, CB only uses trend lines, support, and resistance areas, and you can do some Fibonacci's. Maybe we'll do a Fibonacci retracement on this one as well. So as you guys see, this is the proper way to draw this trend line that shows you what this coin has done really since early February. And so once you draw the outer trend line, I like to draw an inner one like that. That will give us basically where it could come back to. And the steeper one is a lot less sustainable, but I'm going to draw it anyway so we can see what is going on here. Boom. We saw that the most inner trend, the steepest one, has been broken. You see here on the 1 hour, you see that it tried to make an attempt on that candle to get back above that, and it was rejected. So at this point, I think we will end up going down here, ladies and gentlemen, to this trend line, which puts us at about 3 cents, 3.1 cents. That's probably where we're going to go. It's been bucking the trend, at least today, but I think overall the markets will pull this thing back a little bit and cool it off. You may want to go check out where this coin is coming from, the Axie Infinity play to earn ecosystem or metaverse, whatever you want to call it. It's more like a GameFi type of platform, and you can buy land. There's other things you can do within here. I personally don't play this game, but again, you got a lot of people from around the world playing this game and making money, making a living off of playing a game. You will begin to see this become literally a job. All right, people will say, hey, what do you do for a living? Oh, I'm a Axie Infinity employee, basically, which is crazy, right? Crazy that we're getting to that point. And I think it's actually a symptom of something worse that's not being talked about within our society. But that's a whole nother conversation for a whole nother day. Axie Infinity, that's what you want to go check out. Smooth Love Potion is the secondary token. The Axie coin, AXE coin, is the main and primary token. I don't know what it's doing today. We're not going to look at that. But this is definitely one reason this coin is probably bucking the trend, is because it's being utilized. And they had a 50% burn, 56% burn of total supply to get the token mechanics back in order. They were getting ready to enter like this spiraling downward negative feedback loop, and they had to make that move. So that is another reason why we're seeing that token up today. And depending on where we break here will determine where we break or bounce off this area, which will be in the 2.9 cent area. But ultimately, there is support right here at the 2.5, 2.5 cents range, and really more support, if I can be honest with you, would be at the 2.3 cent range. So hey, that's where we are with TA for SLP. Now let's go ahead and take a look at Ethereum. It's down 3.89%, 3.9%, hit the hardest out of these three tokens today. Ethereum kind of following, if you look at it from a broader standpoint, following the Bitcoin trend. Its lows, bouncing off that low of $2,100, which happened back in January, late January. The same time Bitcoin made that move up, the same time stock markets made that move back up as well. So they kind of all are correlating. But if you want to be more specific about what we're doing here in this channel, there is a channel that we can draw here, and I can draw the bottom of that channel just like that. And actually you could even make it or move it inward if you would like to be more precise, because there are more touch points on this path right here. But this is where we are with the channel and Ethereum move up from the end of January. But if I zoom in, you can kind of see here areas of resistance would have been right here, and up here. But this is pretty irrelevant at this point. I don't see us even touching this anytime soon. $3,500 Ethereum. I could be wrong, of course. Now we did break above this last resistance, or the middle one here, at 31.87. But we're struggling to stay above there. There was some whipsaw action that happened earlier today, and it actually took out my shorts on my algo earlier today on Ethereum, as you guys can see here. Took me out, stopped me out, and it ended up heading back lower. However, on my Bitcoin one, we went short as well, and I got stopped out here, but we actually went back short up here. So we did get the peak of that particular move, and I took 50% of the profits off the table at this point right here. I got tapped out on both my shorts earlier today, got back in on Bitcoin, but Ethereum I'm still neutral. But as far as us going forward, I see us possibly hitting an area of $3,000 to the downside, converging with this trend line here. I really can see us doing something like this and heading higher. But ultimately what you just need to watch is a break of this trend line. So anything in the range of $3,100 and $3,000, if we break that trend line, we are in trouble. Bitcoin, I've already had this all drawn up. This is my main chart from all my 2 Satoshi videos. So as you guys can see, we have a similar type of wedge going on here, and we actually broke out of it. So as we know, Bitcoin is the leader, and all other altcoins will follow suit. So seeing this weird action going on here and an attempt to get back above this wedge and in this wedge earlier today, and not being successful with that, kind of concerns me, not going to lie to you. So what we need to watch at this point, because we don't have any other reference other than this trend line all the way down here, which is a long ways away. That's about 10% away from current market prices. What we need to watch is this green line. That is the top of this channel that we were in and started to consolidate in from all the way back in May of last year, and we saw a breakout, and that took us to all-time highs. So we've traversed all of that and ended up back in that channel and really try hard to get out of that channel, and we're above it right now. But we just got a very critical point for us in Bitcoin and the crypto markets, because we got to stay above this $43,200 area. Let's just go ahead and round it off to $43,000 because prices will vary depending on the exchange you're on, but that's what we need to watch, ladies and gentlemen. Put some alerts in there. If we drop below $43,000 Bitcoin, we may be in trouble. But hope you guys like this episode, this market analysis episode of My Two Satoshis. Let me know in the comments below what crypto you want to see me do TA and fundamental analysis on. I would love to take care of that for you. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe, and click that bell to receive more videos like this. I'm out of here. Holla.